Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shout outs to the early birds. Is that Naja? Is that Najee? Kennan. Richard Singh. What's up, Richard? Trinidad checking in. I am human. Let's enjoy this planet. That is the Shea Frost. London checking in. Rusty OTF, what up? Westmount, Los Angeles, South Central, what up? What up? Preston Johnson. Alfred Miller. New Jersey in the building. Camden, New Jersey. Charlotte, North Carolina checking in. What's up, Mike Nice? What it do? All right, fam, I'm going in. So let me put this picture of this kid up right quick. This is Deshae Frost. He's a YouTuber. Obviously, Deshae is making some bread because looks like he got a nice little piece on there. Well, why did I say little piece? It's a nice big piece. Got a nice big piece around his neck. And he got a security guy behind him who is making sure nobody snatches it. Now, here's the thing, fam. Typically, I'm all for artists having security when they're moving around. I think it's very necessary. Hell, even when we were coming up and doing our thing, we had security way back, but it's way worse now. So yeah, I think especially, well, I'm saying artists. He's not really an artist. At least I don't know. But damn near everybody on the internet nowadays, if they're an influencer, there's some type of rapper or something. I bet you $1 to a donut he raps. But I don't know him well enough, but he is a YouTuber. But in any event, celebrities in general, and he's part of that culture. He's part of that hip hop culture. This dude, in fact, I should have done this already, but I would be very curious. Shea Frost. I would be very curious to know if he has. Yeah, there it is. The Shea Frost. He got a song called Risk. Come and Go. Okay, so yeah, as I predicted, he does rap. Says rap star. Yep. Okay. So Deshae raps. Where am I here? So anyway, the security guy was standing behind him, watching very closely, making sure nobody gets up on him too hard. And the guy that you see with the glasses on and the cap goes to put his hands around dude's, put his hands on his shoulder to take a picture. And the security guy just, moves his hand away, brushes his hand off of him. And then a few seconds later, he does it again. This time, the security guy moves his hands, take his gun out of the holster and cocks it. Now, okay, somebody said, Duke says he's not a rapper. He tried back in the day, maybe once or twice, but he stopped a long time ago. Okay, so he used to rap. In any event, he's moving like a rapper. He got the profile. In any event, fam, the security guy pulls out the gun and cocks it back as if he's ready to, to take off on dude next time. Now, here's the problem that I have with that. A good security guy, his job is to mitigate danger. It is not to encourage it in any type of way. It's not to promote it. It's not even to participate in it. It is to try to prevent. That is what a good security guy will do. He can see, he goes in, he reads the room, and he can tell what's going on. Now, let's say dude was trying to take the picture on the cool and trying to get to his jewelry to snatch his jewelry. All the security dude didn't have to, since the guy didn't show him any other signs of being too aggressive or whatever, all the security guy had to do is step back a little bit, put his hands on his piece, and then if dude actually reached and to try to snatch the piece, then he give him everything he was looking for. But to take the gun out and cock it back, first of all, I ain't never seen a security person pull out a gun and then cock it. I thought the idea was to be ready so you ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. This don't make a lot of sense to me at all. I purposely avoid these type of guys. These kind of guys can get you killed. When you're out in public, sometimes these security people, they go way overboard with so-called protecting their client. They come in being just overly aggressive, pushing people, screaming at people, mean mugging people. You ain't got to do all of that. I've seen it done both ways. And when you're serious and you're moving in a respectful manner and you're clearing it out, people follow instructions just the same when they know you're professional. When you move in a professional way, you ain't got to scream at people. All that screaming and pushing on somebody, you're gonna mess around and scream and push at the wrong person, and they're gonna give you everything you're looking for. A lot of these security dudes, first of all, shout out to the ones who do it well. There are some good dudes, very professional. Shout out to y'all. But y'all know the ones I'm talking about. Some of you had to get rid of these guys. A lot of times they start off working in the clubs. They're very aggressive. They like to wear gloves. They like to put the gloves on, and they like to go around. Let me take this picture out the way so y'all can see me. See, I want y'all to see this. They like to do stuff like this. This is how they do. They come to work like that, doing that. They want to harm patrons of the establishment. They want to harm patrons. The patrons, customers, are the bloodline of any business. And some of these security dudes, they come and they really, really aggressive, and they want to put hands on people. In fact, they don't even have a good night unless they can beat up somebody, and they love it. They really get off to beating people up, throwing people out the club. They come to work to do that. I understand every now and then you got to drunk somebody crazy, somebody tripping or whatever. You got to do what you got to do. But the name of the game is to de-escalate. That's a good security personnel. When you can de-escalate, when you go in to de-escalate, when you go in to prevent. First of all, your number one goal should be prevent. If you can't prevent, you try to de-escalate. If you can't de-escalate, you neutralize. These dudes go in with this bad attitude. Now you're at the door. As soon as you come in, the bouncer got a bad attitude. Now you got to go in the when you get in the club, as soon as you go through the club, you get in the club, you got to have a drink just to calm down from the experience of walking through the door. Then you walk through the door, the bouncer got attitude. You pay your money. The person that's taking your money, they got an attitude a lot of times. You ever notice how when you walk into a lot of these venues, like especially clubs, and you spend money, you ever notice a lot of these people don't even speak? They never say have a good time, hello, how you doing, or nothing. They don't greet you. They just take your money and just, how many? Take your money, then gone. They don't say have a good time, thank you, or nothing. Very, very arrogant and unappreciative. Getting back to these security dudes. They tough when everything's going their way. They're tough when there's no imminent threat. A lot of them are very tough when there's no imminent threat. But when there's an imminent threat, have you ever noticed how oftentimes they never bust back? They never really get it right. They never engage. How many rappers you know that been killed, murdered? How many rappers? And social media influencers like Deshae Frost. Influencers. How many do you know have been murdered? And when they got murdered, the security guy, or before they got murdered, or after they got murdered, the security guy engaged. The security guy was busting. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, pow. What are those stories? You know what stories we get? The security guy on a podcast talking about how it went down. The security guy writing a book. That's what we hear. We hear about the security guy writing the book. The security guy on a podcast talking about how he wished he could have been in the same car. He wished he had been right there. The security is always right there until the person get killed. Now all of a sudden the security was somewhere else. Oh, I was in another car. I was just pulling up. I was tying my shoe. Anything but engaging. Anything but actually downing the suspect. How many security guards did Puffy have? Did Tupac have? How much security personnel did Biggie have? Two of the biggest rappers in the game. Security everywhere, always moving with security. But they get gunned down, and ain't not one security person, not one suspect got a black eye, a scraped knee. Ain't nobody got shot in the leg or nothing. Come on, man. Come on. Some of these security people, I do believe, be involved in some of this stuff that be going on. Because, not all, but there are a number of security guys who are from the streets. And some of them have their old ways when they start working for these rappers and these social media influencers. They take that in there with them. See, when you get on a certain level, fam, and you're going to hire security, you should really hire the type of people that have clearances for certain things. People that's got a record where you can look them up and say, boom, he worked for, this agency or that agency. And don't get me wrong, some of them too, they can be dirty too. You know, I mean, we're talking about the government here now. You know, some of them, they can be very, very dirty, very foul. But you get on a certain level, you want the type of security that when they do something, they're not going to jail too. It's like, oh, okay, service weapon, that's your job. They're not getting their service weapon taken away from them and all that stuff. So, yeah, you did your job. Okay, good. Okay, great. A lot of these dudes, these security dudes, they get their clients killed because they really don't understand security. They really don't understand how to protect people. I've been to places, I've been to shows, I've done shows where you come in and the security hasn't even done a sweep of the venue. They don't even do sweeps. They're walking in for the first time with their client. When they walk in, they're walking in with the client for the first time. They don't know nothing about the venue. They haven't searched the green room. They haven't looked at what the bathrooms look like. They haven't checked the exits. A lot of times they don't even park the vehicles in a way to make a quick escape if they have to. When you are an artist, when you are the type of person that's a high profile individual and you moving around, you cannot afford to be blocked in, have your vehicle blocked in, even if you're backstage. You cannot be blocked in. That vehicle has to have a clear path to get away at all times. That vehicle should never have to back up. That vehicle backs up only after you get out and get inside the building safely. Then the security comes back out and backs the vehicle in. On some occasions, you can go through the whole backup thing with your client inside, but typically the way to go is you get your client in the building securely in there, and then you get the driver to come back. Well, actually, the drivers will still be inside. The driver still be in the car. So after the client gets out, then you back in, and nobody is allowed to block that vehicle in. So that means that when the artist or the client exits the building, so once you walk out that door, you should be literally gone. Like, everybody get in, doors open up, everybody get in. You should literally be pulling off in 30 seconds. Gone, out, moving. Them dudes don't know how to do that. They're not trained to do that. A lot of them dudes just get hired because they're big and they look intimidating. But the thing is that a determined mind is one of the hardest things to stop. So if a person has a determined mind, it don't matter that you got a big old bodyguard standing up there, big old dude. That don't matter. All that's gonna do is make the dude that's determined say, yo, I'm gonna chop him down first. Oh, I see what's happening because I got him. But you really don't have to chop him down first because he gonna run. He ain't gonna bust back. He gonna be trying to run. Get your target. They're gonna get right at what they need to get at, and them dudes gonna hide and run and get out of the way. They're gonna duck, dive, get up and run for it. They not finna put their life on the line. I move with security, but I'm my own bodyguard because can't nobody guard my body better than I can. Nobody. I don't count. I just do not count on these guys, especially after I saw a Biggie and Pac get hit. Like, wait a minute. Dudes had 100 dudes with them. Ain't nobody got hit. They ain't grabbed the suspect like, Malcolm X, when Malcolm X got killed, at least the people in the building was able to grab the suspects and beat them down and stuff. They ain't grabbed the suspects. The cars ain't crashed. They ain't crashed the car, and the dudes had to get out and run for it or nothing. They just made a clean getaway. They didn't kill two of the biggest rappers in the world, and they made a clean getaway. Ain't nobody got a scratch on the elbow, busted lip. Ain't nobody get shot in the hip, nothing. No stab wounds or nothing. Ain't no blood from the victim, no blood from the suspects. Any artists out there, if y'all listening, any artists out there, be very careful of these cowboy security dudes. That's just a free check, fam. It's cool if that's what you want to have and you want to try to scare people and all, that's cool. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But if you really want some serious protection, you really want to have somebody working with you that know what they're doing, and you want somebody who tries to prevent situations, you go in and prevent. Like I was telling y'all earlier, I've been to venues where the security hadn't even done a sweep. And I had to ask, I said, did y'all sweep this place? Oh, no, we ain't had time because da-da-da-da-da-da. Wait a minute, man. Wait. I ain't did no sweep. Get y'all ass in there and go check this place out, man, before we go walking up in there. You can end up walking up in there and me walking right into an ambush. You don't even know what's going on. That place needs to be swept. And then once it gets swept, you got to have at least one person stand behind to make sure that certain lines and boundaries are not crossed. Making sure you walk. I've seen artists come into the VIP area, and it's people already sitting in the VIP. It's the artist VIP, and it's people already sitting in the VIP. Get your ass up out of here. I've even seen sometimes artists come into their dressing room and somebody already in their dressing room snooping around. Yeah, hold on, who is this? Oh, I'm such and such. I'm with the promoter. Well, what you doing in our dressing room though? Oh, what you do? Oh, I'm such nephew. Nephew? Who? Oh, he the janitor. The janitor? The ticket taker. The ticket taker? The hell you doing in our dressing room? But this is the type of stuff that happens, fam, all the time. A lot of these guys, they just be giving these security dudes free money. I need to see the security dude that handled his business when somebody try to get at his client. Or, God forbid, if they're successful, I need to see that security guard. Where is that security guard that handled that business? Where is that one? All these rappers getting killed. All these influencers getting killed. Where are the security people that they pay that actually killed back? Where are they? Where are those security people that actually took care of that business? Where are those guys? That's what I want to know. Going into the comments. What's up, Mike Brown? Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Gunny Marine. What's up, Gunny Marine? Gunny Marine say he done it himself. He's serious. That's why I gave a shout out earlier. I said for those who got it right, those guys out there that are real serious professional security guys, salute. But those other ones out there, man, they get you knocked off. They get your head knocked off. If you're just not joining, fam, we're talking about Deshae Frost. He's a YouTuber who was out in public. I don't know what the situation was. There's no real context there. It's just that he was standing outside and a guy was trying to hug him to take a picture with him, trying to put his arm around his shoulder, and Deshae's security brushed his arm off of him twice, had to do it twice. The second time, the security guy pulled out the gun and cocked it. And, as a warning, like, watch yourself. And so my point was that was totally unnecessary. First of all, your gun should already be ready to go. Shouldn't be like, where they do that at? Pull out your gun, do this here first, and then start shooting. When you pull that thing out, it's supposed to be already ready, which lets me know he ain't too sharp. And he don't really trust himself. He don't really trust his, the way he carry, his weapon. He don't really trust that it won't go off on him. He don't trust his weapon. So doing all of that, fam, he was doing way too much. Good security, read the room. You check out what's going on. You don't try to, scare people, intimidate people and all that kind of stuff. You just go in. Generally speaking, people are going to respect you if they see you and they see you working in a capacity where you look like security. They're going to respect you. And you don't have to be disrespectful to get respect. Carry yourself in a professional manner. A lot of times you'd be surprised how well being polite, even if you're security, being polite, how well people respond to that. If you just come through, be like that, excuse me, can y'all step back for a minute? You'd be like, oh, okay, all right. Step back, get out the way, all that old tough talks, man. You're gonna mess around and get somebody's head knocked off. So the way a lot of these guys will get rappers killed and get these influencers killed and stuff is that the rapper and the influencer think that they're protected because they got this big guy around them with a gun. They think they're protected. But when you have guys who are criminal minded and they coming for your client, they want to get at your client. A lot of times you can't really see it because you really ain't prepared for that type of drama. You really looking for the crowd control type of drama where, where somebody is undersized or you got the numbers on somebody where you can just pounce on somebody who get out of line, where you got a big up, you got a big advantage. You ain't really ready for that real gunplay type of stuff. They're not really ready for that. They're counting on being intimidating. They're counting on just being intimidated. They're not really counting on saving your life. And that's where the rappers and the other guys get it wrong. These security guys, not all, but I'll go as far as saying most of them, they're not prepared to save your life. They're not waking up saying to themselves, I'm going to risk my life if somebody tries to harm my client. I'm going to do everything in my power. God, grant me the strength. Grant me the strength to destroy anybody who tries to harm my client. They're not going in with that type of mentality. They're going in a lot of times with the mentality of pushing people around, being bullies, the easy soft targets. and hanging out, having some fun, a lot of times drinking, messing with the women. Some of the security dudes be going harder with the women than the actual artists be going hard on them. I've been in places where I see security drinking. Man, I don't want no dude with no damn gun that's supposed to be protecting me standing around drinking. And I'm talking about even when everything is over. Nah, man, let me get to where I'm going, then you get to where you're going, and then you can drink all you want to. Jackie, oh, what up? R.I.P. Fat G's. Rap out of Philly. Boy. Every other day, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna do a live on that. I'm gonna do a live on Fat G's. Dexter Fuquay, what up? What's up, Kelly X? And I'm gonna tell you something else, fam. A lot of times, security are just like police, members of law enforcement. They don't want no real smoke. They bullies. They are bullies. They're counting on fear and intimidation. How many times? Think about it. Most of the black people that been killed by the police didn't have a weapon. They killing people who ain't even got a gun. They just killing people. And they use the so-called threat. Oh, I thought he had a gun. But then when somebody have a gun, you ever notice how oftentimes the person with the real gun, the person with the gun actually go in alive? Sometimes they have a shootout with the police and everything, and then they killed people, actually killed people, and they take them in alive. How that happen? How does that work? How you get the person who just sitting in their car reading a book at the park, or the person who is at home playing video games with their nephew, and the police show up because their door is open and walk and shoot through the window and kill them? A gainfully employed, innocent civilian killed. But the person with the gun gets taken in alive. Or the person that did all the shooting gets taken in alive. The police don't want that real smoke because they trying, like they say, they trying to get home. They ain't trying to engage. Y'all remember what happened in El Paso when the little teenage boy went in there and killed all those kids and those administrators? The police, it was over 100 of them. They were standing outside. They would not go inside. They would not go in there and engage. They stood outside. Yeah, you got some cops who are brave enough to go in, but they wasn't there that day. There was hundreds of them. They wasn't there that day. They wouldn't go in that room. They didn't want to engage. They would not engage. If I was a cop, I wouldn't even want something like that on my record. I got to go in. I got to go. I'm going in. And he killing kids. He ain't just randomly killing folks. Killing. No, I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. I don't want that on my record, man. Certain things I just don't want on my record. I don't want it on my record. I was there. You mean I was there? I was feet away from this youngster inside this school killing people. And I chose to stand outside. I chose to stand down. Now, I ain't built like that. I wouldn't want that on my conscience. I don't want it on my conscience, and I don't want it on my record. I would have went in. But again, a lot of these security dudes, they operate the same way as law enforcement. Head busters when there's no real threat. Head busters. They create drama. A lot of times they instigate altercations that they know they can win. But when it's clear and imminent danger, they duck, dive, and get up and run for it. Wayne Sanders, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I got to do it. I got to do another live, so I'm going live in another maybe like 30 minutes or so. I got to do another one. It's a lot going on today, so give me about 30 minutes or so, fam, and then I'm gonna hit y'all with another live. Till next time, family. No more talk.